Vancouver real estate is crazy hot right now. In this video, I'll be interviewing Kevin Skipworth, partner and chief economist at Dexter Realty, based in Vancouver. We're going to be looking at the current state of Vancouver's real estate market and also sharing valuable insights for anyone looking to do a real estate deal in the upcoming months. Hey everyone, welcome to Dream Homes with Kathy. For those who don't know me, I'm Kathy Yuen, architectural technologist, custom home designer, and founder of Phase One Design. This channel is dedicated to helping you plan, design, and build your dream home. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit that bell button so you get first access to all of our new videos. Let's dive in. So welcome to the show, Kevin. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. So like I mentioned, the market right now is so crazy and so hot. Let's talk about that. Let's maybe start off with getting you to give us an overview of where everything's at.
Absolutely. Well, it's been a very interesting 9 months, 10 months, I guess, coming into the real estate market since the pandemic started. But we are very much seeing a market that's predominantly seller's market, months of inventory ranging around 3 to 4 months of inventory in all segments of the market, all areas, which is creating a lot of pressure on prices. We're seeing buyers competing over properties. Just this month in February, we're probably looking at seeing a month of sales that'll be the second best on record for the month of February in Greater Vancouver.
Wow, that's amazing. And just as you were walking in here and we were just kind of chatting, you shared actually a really interesting stat about how multiple offers are basically on all your deals right now. Like, can you maybe talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, there's no official statistic that speaks to that, but probably 80 to 85% of the deals we're seeing in our office are competing offer situations. And that ranges from houses to townhouses, even into apartments right now. We're seeing that competing offer situation very much suit market. When I looked at the February numbers mid-month, we actually saw that up to the middle of the month, there were actually 79% more sales to mid-month compared to January, and only 19% more active listings that came on the market. So a lot more activity in terms of buyers, but we're just not seeing enough product for buyers to get their hands on. And basically what we see is because of that, there's a stall in the number of active listings in the market. We're sitting below 9,000 currently in all of Greater Vancouver, which in comparison to last year, we're about 9,600, and 2 years ago, almost 11,000.
Wow. And I'm sure there's so many different statistics in the world of real estate, obviously, in so many different municipalities and geographic regions throughout Greater Vancouver. You actually have a really great report that you release monthly. Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. I've been putting together a statistical report that breaks down sales and listings and looking at the pricing of different properties throughout Greater Vancouver. I actually do it twice a month because mid-month it's interesting to look at to see where the month is going and get an idea as to how active the market is. So.
Yeah, and for anybody who actually wants to be on Kevin's mailing list, what I'll do, I'll link it down below in the description, and it's a great report. I actually get it, and I read it every time. I get it as well. So rolling into the next question, obviously in 2020 was just crazy for so many different reasons, but primarily, obviously because of the COVID-19 pandemic. So Kevin, can you talk to us a little bit about how the pandemic has affected the real estate market in Greater Vancouver?
Absolutely. It's really made people reevaluate their home situation. People are working from home. They're not commuting, so they're looking at moving out into different areas where perhaps they wouldn't have considered, not having to commute, looking for bigger space, looking for different space, and just accommodating all the changes in their lifestyle. So we're seeing more transactions because of that. We had a pent-up demand from when the beginning of COVID, when people stopped buying and selling, so that carried through. And we're also coming out of 2.5, almost 3 years of a very slow market in Greater Vancouver that now we're seeing people re-engage in the market. So it's a combination of that. Interest rates being low, of course, is driving a lot of activity. People are able to spend a bit more than they used to, taking advantage of that. And just the normal transactions that we'd see in the marketplace, upsizing, downsizing, people growing families or just looking to take it into something a little bit smaller.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that probably also has to do with the fact that people are just at home all the time, so they're looking at the four walls, or their house walls, the same old walls. over and over again. And as you know, I'm a home designer, and we are also seeing that in the home design and building industry, where everybody wants to do a renovation or a new build, and it feels like everybody is just looking for that new and improved space right now. So you're probably seeing a lot of that as well, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
People are looking at their homes and trying to decide, do they renovate, do they stay there, what do they need to do for that space, and some are just saying it's time to move on to somewhere different and look at different opportunities that are out there. And people that are renting as well, looking to get into property, first-time buyers. So all parts of the market are really going right now, and it's just creating that strong activity that we're seeing.
Yeah, no, definitely. And for anybody out there that is currently looking to renovate or build a new home, Kevin and I actually filmed another video that is specific to that topic. So what I'll do, I'll just link that below. Check it out if you'd like. And again, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on that video once we release it. Obviously, every situation is different, but let's just say I owned a property in Greater Vancouver and I'm thinking of selling in this particular market.
Okay.
So as a seller, what types of things should I be considering? Is now a good time to sell? Talk to me about that a little bit.
Well, right now it's a very good time to sell, as we talked about lack of inventory. So really, if you're looking to sell, thinking ahead to where you're going and what your move is going to look like, to really understand what you're going to be buying into, or if you're buying into. But it's a great time to be selling. It's a great time to be buying as well, because there's opportunities out there, and it's just important that you make decisions based on your lifestyle and how you want to see yourself in your next home. But understanding really how you're going to make that move, having a professional with you to guide you through that process.
Okay. And you touched a little bit on being a buyer. So obviously as a buyer right now, things are so crazy. So maybe talk to me a little bit about that. As a buyer in this particular market, what are some tips that you can share?
Well, as a buyer, you're really dealing with a competitive market. So you need to be prepared that you have to move quickly, and you have to have those around you that are helping you, guide you through all the various steps and doing your due diligence as much as you can ahead of time. It's a competitive market. We're seeing prices change week to week, and so we really need to be on top of what's been selling and what your limits are and what you're really looking for. And there's a lot of opportunities to look at properties online, to really see what's out there virtually, and to try and do as much homework as you can, but just be prepared for a very fast-paced market.
Yeah, absolutely. It is very, very fast-paced. Like sometimes it changes by the hour, right?
Absolutely.
So, and you talked a little bit about doing your due diligence. So, a lot of our audience are homeowners that want to buy a property and build new. And we actually have another video, like I mentioned before, about that. So feel free to check that out. But, what's your advice on what type of due diligence should you be doing for purchasing, so you can make that quick, educated decision?
Well, really understanding the area where you're going to be buying into, driving through property to neighborhoods to really see what's there, what you like about it, so that when the stuff comes up, that you can act quickly. Being in touch with who you're working with, being pre-approved, of course, getting as much documentation ahead of time, so you can really see what's happening with the property, study, as much as you can, so that when you get time to that point of offering, you've had the possibility to do as much homework and be as short as you can on conditions. We're seeing a lot of unconditional offers, but you can do inspections ahead of time. You can get documents ahead of time. You can consult with your lender or mortgage broker to really understand what your capabilities are on the purchasing side. So just doing as much as you can ahead of time, and just be focused on what it is you're looking for.
Okay, that's great. Well, thanks, Kevin. Are there any final tips that you want to share with our viewers today?
Really, it's important to look at your lifestyle, and people make decisions based on lifestyle, but some people try to time markets, and is this the exact right moment to purchase? Is it the exact moment to sell? Really, it should come down to what's best for you, and making decisions based on that. We can't always time the markets exactly, and really it really needs to come down to how important it is in your life, and just be prepared to act in a market that's very fast-paced right now, having all those professionals around you that are going to help you navigate through it.
Great. Well, thanks so much, Kevin.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me on. It's great to see you, Kathy.
Yeah, likewise. Okay, everyone. Well, that wraps up today's segment. If you have any questions for your real estate needs or anything to do with custom homes, feel free to reach out to us. I will link our contact information in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon so you get first access to all our custom home videos. I'm Kathy Yuen with Phase One Design. Thanks so much for watching and see you in the next video.